And welcome to this very special bottle episode, because as you can see, I'm looking pretty different. This is an animated bottle episode. Today, I'm going to share with you some of my most favorite stories from my experiences within the fandom. Let's jump in. So, back in the classic old year of 2014, I was attending my very first convention, which was RivFur in Brisbane. The hotel room I was staying with someone I had never met before, which in hindsight probably wasn't a good idea, but it's okay because she was actually running the convention. That was Kiba, who is actually my girlfriend now, but that's another story. So yeah, because I was staying with a random, there were also randoms coming in and out of the room pretty much all the time. So there I am, I've got my suitcases out and I'm putting my fursuit on, there's still random people coming and going, and then I was almost finished putting it on when these two guys came over to me. They're like, hey, you got a cool fursuit there, can you tell us a bit about it? I'm like, oh yeah, here's Pocari, he's a Sodaru, he's pretty cool, made by More for Less. I was actually inspired by Monsteru, and then they're like, hang on. One guy stops and points to the other guy and is like, that's Monsteru, right? Time just froze, like, really? Mangusu? That's him? He's right there, standing there right now, him, me, there, him, now? I think my first response was to just hug him, like, I wasn't really sure what to do there, but I'm like, holy crap, why are you here? But yeah, apparently he knows Kiba, so there he is. But yeah, so that was my first meeting with Mangusu. That was real good first impression. Dash still likes me though. So I was at a first sitting meet in Melbourne, where it wasn't the Melbourne city, where it's like a park and the beach. It was a pretty cool setup. So we're just there, we're in our fursuits, we're all having fun. We just come back from a long fursuit walk around the beach, and because the meet was nearly over, we're like, yeah, let's all get together for a nice group photo before we go home. So we'd all set up nicely on like this stone brick wall thing with like the beach in the background. It was super pretty, but taking photos was very hard because we're right outside a playground, and playground means kids. So lots and lots of kids were coming up to us, trying to see what we're doing, saying hello, and of course, being the awesome fursuiters we are, we went and played with them. There was this one little adorable kid that just would not let me go. Like, he followed me around everywhere, he wouldn't take his eyes off me, like, he was adorable. So I'm getting pretty dead, so I'm just sitting there on that brick wall, just chilling for a bit, not really doing a whole lot. But this kid, he was very adamant on getting me to do things. So he's just standing there next to me, like, standing on the brick wall thing, so he was at my height. And he had this obsession with poking my eyes. Like, I look over, poke. It's like, hey, look here. Poke. It was getting really annoying, and I was starting to get afraid that he might accidentally poke my eyes in and damage them. So I'm like, let's pretend to poke his eyes, see how he likes it. Maybe then he'll stop. So I'm waving around, signaling him to stop, and slowly poke my finger towards his face. Like, look, I'm gonna poke your eye, and then I do a little quick forward motion to pretend I'm poking him. And I actually poked him in the eyeballs. And then there was just those few seconds that felt like hours of, is he going to be okay? Have I blinded this child? Do I now have an eyeball shish kebab on my paws? What have I done? He's going to cry. I'm never going to be allowed to fursuit anywhere again. Oh god, what is going to happen? So after a few more moments of silence of him rubbing his eyes, he just looks up and goes, don't do that again. And then the relief that just washed over me was, oh boy, that could not have gone any better. And on the bright side, he stopped poking me, so everyone wins. April Fool's Day. About this time, my Instagram was starting to really grow for the first time, so I'm like, I could actually pull quite the public prank this year. What should I do? I'm like, I know what I'll do. I will pull a complete 180 on everything I am and see what happens. So I took a screenshot of a dealer's den auction and photoshopped it to make it look like I was selling Pocari, and I posted that hey, I don't really feel like I'm connecting with Pocari anymore, so I'm selling him, and I'm gonna change my main character, Peps the Angel Dragon, who is an angel dragon based on Pepsi. And I was fully committed to doing this, so I even did some artwork, I changed my Instagram name, I changed my profile picture, and I'd even written like this full-on hilarious backstory about this edgy Pepsi Angel Dragon, which I'm going to read to you right now because I love it. Even though I wrote it, I still love it. When Peps was a chick, she had a loving family of Pepsi dragons. Her mama, her papa, and her big brother. They loved drinking Pepsi together. However, not all was peaceful, for the evil Coke dragons had been trying to take over their land for a long time because it was sitting on a Pepsi world they wanted to shut down. There were many wars. Pepsi lost all her grandparents to this war. Luckily, her grandpappy taught her kung fu when she was only 1 month old and she was a black belt by 2 months. One day, she returned home from school to find nobody home and the Coke Dragon General grinning evilly down at her. He said nothing, handed her a photo, and left. She looked at the photo and fell to the floor. It was her family, dead, being eaten by Coke polar bears. Her world fell apart. She wanted to commit Sudoku. She could not look away from the photo, but the more she looked, the odder it seemed. Her dad had 2 horns instead of 4. The clock read 5587. The polar bear's paws were backwards. All these errors made her come to realize it was fake, a trickery, a Photoshop, and now she lives the rest of her life knowing she had been fooled. So that last line there was anyone who actually, could be bothered to read the whole story would then know that it's an April Fool's prank. But I actually fooled a lot of people and it was absolutely hilarious. But then things stopped getting funny because, as I said before, I changed my Instagram name. Now, I was still fairly new to Instagram and I didn't realize that when you change your Instagram name, your old name is then immediately up for grabs for anyone to take. So, Instagram being the troll-filled place it is, someone had taken my original Pocari rune name and then was uploading pictures pretending to be me. And now I'm stuck being Peps because I can't change my name back because now my old name is taken. And they were being a real dick about everything as well, so then everyone's coming to me like, oh my god, Pocari, you used to be so nice, what happened? And I'm like, it's not me! So that was definitely an interesting day trying to work that out, and it only ended because after a while the imposter started posting porn, and that's a big no-no on Instagram, so that was lucky for me. However, I still didn't get my name back because when someone gets banned on Instagram, their name becomes unavailable forever. So now you know why there is a full stop in between my name on Instagram. Oh boy. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed my very first fully animated video. If you like how it turned out, I might make a habit of doing, the odd one-off animated story video, but we'll see how that goes. Until then, let's hope my head gets back soon, and I'll see you whenever that is. Bye!